Starting it. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I don't know who's here or if anybody's here. Let me.
If you're here, sound off.
Yes, it says that there's 2 people here. I'm sorry if I cough to anybody. I had COVID. I don't have COVID anymore, but I did. I've been pretty safe for like a. Oh no, has it been longer than a week? When did I have COVID? A while ago.
You said something about it. Oh, hold on. It's in our text
I
message.
haven't had COVID for over a week now, or at least I have been out of quarantine for a week.
Right.
So, oh, there's comments. Charles is here. Cool Gamer is
Hello.
here. Hello.
Hello.
So this oh, we haven't even done a live show in like 20 years.
I know, because we didn't do one last month. It does feel like it's been a long time.
Yeah. But
That was our bad. Last month we're just like, no.
there was just too much. But in August, our August book club pick was with Visions of Red by Trisha Wolfe. But this book was confusing because that audiobook is all 3 books in one.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, okay, I was looking at the Kindle book and it said 200 pages. I'm like, okay, I'll just see if I can get it on Hoopla because sometimes with books like this, um, my library doesn't have it. But I was able to get it on Hoopla and said it was 17 hours. I'm just like, wait, 200-page book, 17-hour audiobook, something's not making sense. And then Deja is the one that told me that the audiobook was all 3
Yeah,
books in the
because
series. I'm like, that makes a whole lot of sense.
I didn't read it on Hoopla. I read it on Audible because I saw a video where Bree from In Love and Words talked about this
Uh-huh.
like a year plus ago. And when I
Yeah.
heard it, I was like, "Ooh, let me get this right now." So I got it right then, and I didn't realize it was all 3. And then I was like, in my head, I was like, the math is not mathing. So like, I
Exactly.
figured out somehow that it was all 3 in one. And then I went through each chapter because it doesn't say, but I went through each one
Uh-huh.
to like see if it said when it changed, and it was chapter 19 that started the next book.
The next book. Yeah, but it's like it didn't say it on like because usually on
Yes.
the audiobook cover it says like books 1 through 3 or whatever the series title
Yeah.
is, books 1 through 3. It had the title of the first book. Like
Yeah.
it's
Well, that's
it,
because they're all, even though it's called like the Broken Bonds series or something, all of
uh-huh.
them are like with Visions of Red 1, with Visions of Red 2. Like they don't have different titles. But it does
Oh.
say like the only indication on it is that it says Broken Bond series. But like if that's the first book, even so, like it normally says the series names on it, you know?
Right,
So
exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It was just confusing.
It was confusing. I was ready to DNF this book and I was like, I have like it says I have 12 hours left on this audiobook. I cannot listen to this audiobook for another minute. And I was ready to DNF. And Deja's like, you literally are on the last chapter. And I'm like,
Yeah. I was like, you can
fine.
DNF it if you want, but you're almost there.
Because that was me thinking I had 12 hours left of this book. And I'm like, seriously? Like, what the heck? I have another 12 hours of this nonsense? What?
I know. So what are you rating it? Like 2 stars?
Yeah, I'm reading it 2 stars. Maybe
It could
one.
have been released as a serial and author, then rebranded. Maybe. I don't know. All
Maybe.
I know is that it was confusing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so I didn't maybe it was the audiobook. Maybe I'll have better luck if I like try to physically read if I even want to continue. But the I feel like the only chapters that were intriguing to me were the serial killers chapters, which I love when that happens in books. I love when the serial killer or the villain or whatever gets a point of view. I love that. But I don't know. I just even like for a quote unquote BDSM romance novel, um I felt like the sex scenes that were in there were very tame. And I'm
Yeah.
like, huh, okay. And
So
first of all, like, why are you marketing your book as a romance when this, like, in the first book, their relationship isn't even established? Like, they're
yeah.
literally just having sex. Doesn't end in an HEA, and their relationship is not established. This isn't a romance. Like, don't do
So well, the
that.
book Charles is about like this FBI profiler,
Uh-huh.
and she like went through some trauma or something in her past,
Yeah,
and
she was like kidnapped and held hostage
yes.
and
Yeah,
assaulted
we
and
that's in
raped and
the prologue,
prologue.
and
Yeah.
then she's, like, hunting down this serial killer, and she has this romance with this man that's at this BDSM club, and she's, like, trying to, like, get back into, like, being more sexual again because, like, she was traumatized. But
Right.
I did not like the love interest. I don't know if he's actually the love interest. I'm just gonna say my theory is that he is like the serial killer or like some suspect or something. Like I don't think that's who she's gonna end up with. Like the guy from the
Okay.
BDSM club. I think he's the serial killer or something because that man was creepy to me. I did not like him. He was very much giving ick.
Well, if we're supposed to be believing that he is the quote unquote love interest, I don't think he's the serial killer just because he's the love interest. But I think they're trying to kind of this kind of happened in the last chapter, the second chapter to the end. But like the serial killer is into like these fancy ropes and like is it sabari, and so is the quote unquote love interest. So that's why she makes the connection. I was like, oh, okay, like he could be the serial killer. So she goes there, quote unquote official capacity, to ask him questions, and they end up having sex, of course.
I
But
know, but like still, like in my head, like I just don't like that man.
yeah, I mean, you don't really
He's
get a
very
whole
creepy.
lot. You don't really get a whole lot from him. I mean, you get his point
Oh,
of
this
view,
sounds
and you
good.
feel
Scream.
Scream
They
mixed
said
with Happy Death Day. Survive how You have to read How to Survive Your Murder. Okay, hold on. But yeah, so I felt like maybe this shouldn't have been just one book. Maybe all of them should just be one book, especially because if they're, kind of shorter.
Yeah, but it's
But I
kind of giving the vibes of the Mindfuck series, but the Mindfuck series is better than this.
Okay, because I want to read the Mindfuck series.
It's much better, and that one's definitely serial killer romance because the main character is a serial killer.
Got
But
it. Okay.
it's very similar where it has like an FBI profiler, there's a serial killer, it's a romance, and there's all the books are fairly short. Like these ones, the
Mhm.
books are longer, but there's only 3 of them. The Mindfuck series, there's 5. But I would say they're probably like similar length all together, like the whole series.
Okay. Hmm.
But the Mindfuck series, I feel like it's kind of similar in like the way that like the romance I don't think really starts until the end of the first one, beginning of the second one, but
Okay.
they're only like 100 pages.
Okay.
So, but I don't know, it's just better and there is way more romance in that one than in this one.
Yeah, there's
There's
no
nothing.
romance. There's nothing in this. No
It's like
romance
a
established.
thriller. Is it even a
It's
thriller?
a
I don't
thriller.
even know. It's a thriller with a romance subplot. Like you know what
Yeah.
it's giving? It's giving Verity, but like bad. But like in Verity, like it's a
Oh.
thriller and it has a romantic subplot, but most of
Uh-huh.
their romantic subplot is just sex throughout the book.
Right. But like just because there's sex in a book does not make it a romance. That's the thing.
That's
Like
what I'm
don't
saying. That
market.
was a thriller with a romantic subplot in a.
Right.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what that's my problem with this book. It's like don't market your book as a romance when it's not a romance, because then you're gonna get 2 stars
Yeah.
from me.
But then that's what Verity is not marketed as a romance. It's marketed as a thriller.
Thriller.
But it
Yeah.
has a lot of sex in it. Like I know people who don't really like sex in their books, and then
Mhm.
they read Verity, and they're like, "Oh, nobody told me about this." No, literally, my friend, she was like, I don't want, like, my friend was asking for book recommendations, like, one of my friends at school, and they were like, yeah, I don't really want anything steamy because I want to get the books physically, and if I'm reading them next to my mom, because it was over the summer, she was like, I don't want her to, like, look over it, like, I was like, okay, be for real. But then apparently, I didn't recommend her Verity because I know that book is steamy, but other people
Right.
recommended that book to her, and she loved that book. She gave it 5 stars. But also,
Oh,
she
okay.
doesn't like scary books. Like, she
Oh.
didn't want thrillers or anything at all. And I was
Mhm.
like, thrillers are not even that scary. But anyway,
Right.
so I
It's
didn't
not like
recommend her any
horror.
thrillers,
Uh-huh.
but she was surprised how much sex and stuff there was in Verity because it's not marketed that way.
Right, right. Mhm.
But that book and this book are very similar, like in that aspect that they're like more of like a thriller with sex slash a romantic subplot, but one
Uh-huh.
is marketed as a romance and one's marketed as a thriller.
Yeah. Um, I was ready to DNF this book in the prologue because I'm a person who doesn't read the synopsis. So I thought the book was going to be about her and the person who held her captive and kidnapped her in the prologue. And I was like, oh, like he's like sexually assaulting her and raping her. And I was like, is she going to eventually fall in love with him? I'm like, I don't like this. And so I was just like, just keep reading it. It's literally the prologue. And then it's like, years later, she's an FBI profiler and blah blah blah. I was like, okay, so I guess it's not about that. So I was really scared for about 5 seconds.
No, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This is like random, but we have like an RA's only group chat, and
Uh-huh.
someone posted a picture that a whole tree fell onto the sidewalk.
Oh my god. Did you guys have like a big storm or?
It's been raining like for the
Oh,
past
okay.
couple days, but like it hasn't been that stormy, like not that bad. But a whole tree fell over.
Oh wow.
I'm dead. That's so funny.
That's awful.
But I don't know. I think I'm gonna give this 3 stars. Like I just had so much hope. Why have
Or
I feel like some of our book club picks lately have been kind of floppy
flop. Yeah.
this year? What else have we read?
Don't ask
Also,
me.
you know what's kind of weird to me?
What?
That this book, like the series called like the Broken Bond series, and she's talking about how he's breaking her bonds open or whatever, and then
Yeah.
there's bondage, but her last name is Bond. Like her name is Sadie Bond
I didn't
or
even
Sadie Bonds or something.
I
I'm
did
like,
not
that's
even.
corny. That's corny. It's Bond, like bondage, breaking her bonds,
Uh-huh.
whatever, and then her last name is Bonds. I'm like, be for real.
I did
You
not even
know
catch that. That's so funny.
No, yeah. Because look, okay, I don't know if you read Promises and Pomegranates because you were
I
supposed
did
to have a live
not
show for that, but I read
know.
it and I only gave it 3 stars, I think, or 3.5. And then Long Shot was good. Oh, The Simple Wild I liked. Haunting Adeline was fine. Flock, remember Flock?
Oh,
Love in
yeah,
the
I do
Wild was
remember Flock.
okay. No, we've had some good ones,
We've had
but
some
some
good
of them,
ones, but
but some of
mostly
them have
they've
been
been okay.
floppy.
Yeah,
I feel like last year we didn't have as many floppies,
that's true. We had
or
more
maybe
like
we did because The Doctor, ugh,
okay,
flop.
hold on. I have my stories up where I can literally have every single um so oh yeah. Well, okay, well, Voyeur managed Black Lace. I like Black Lace, you didn't, but
No, but I liked Manage. Manage was good.
and The Chase.
The Chase I loved.
Let's see what
I feel like
The
in this book club,
Takeover.
I either love the books or they're flops to me. Like they're not
Right.
necessarily like bad, but like I just had so much hope. I feel like
Right.
this is a common thing I happens to me with romances. Like I
Uh-huh.
either love them or they're so hyped in my mind that I
That's
go
true.
in and then it's like 3 stars and then I'm sad.
Yeah. It's like it's because I mean, I had zero expectations for this. I had zero expectations until I went on Goodreads to mark it as
It
currently
was
reading.
Bree.
It
Bree
was
did me
Bree.
dirty with this one. Bree, be
Bree
for
gave this
real.
5
5
stars.
stars?
5
Bree, be
stars.
for real.
And I'm just like, "Oh, great. Bree and I have very similar tastes like I mean, we have very similar tastes in the fact when we read the same books, we rate them the same."
Yeah.
Um not that we read a lot of the same books because we don't, but when we do read the same books, we rate them very similarly. So I'm like, okay, 5 stars. I'm gonna love this book. Brie, Brie,
Maybe
Brie,
you know
Brie.
what I think Bree did? I think Bree probably read the whole series as a whole.
That's
And
probably
then because I think she was talking about the audiobook. So I think she read the whole series as a whole, and maybe the whole series as a whole is like 5 stars. And I feel like she just rated all of them 5 stars. But I don't know if she actually did, but I feel like she did. I'm gonna look. But I feel like that's maybe what happened.
that would make sense. But I like after reading this. Sorry, God, I get very tired. After reading this first one, I have zero. I don't care who the killer is. Honestly, I think the killer is the detective that she's working with because he's creepy as fuck too. Like,
Oh,
what is
he
that thing? Like,
is.
they're
Oh,
in
when she
a
was in
whole
that dress?
yes, they're on a
Bro.
whole crime scene, and he's like holding her, like pulling her dress up. He's getting hard behind her. I'm like, sir, you were in the
I
middle of a
know.
crime scene.
That's what I'm saying. No, she rated all of these books 5 stars. So in my head, I think she just listened to the whole audiobook and then just went back and rated all of them 5 stars. Because maybe it is 5 stars. I don't know. But I was so interested in this one because this was like before the Mindfuck series like blew up. Like this was before anybody was talking about that series. This was
Right.
before like There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark. This was before a lot of like the serial killer romances. So I was like serial killers, Shabari. I was like, okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting the vibes. And now I feel like there's just more better, like things in a very similar realm that are better.
Yeah.
And this author wrote Born Darkly, and everybody loves that book. And I'm not saying it's not good. I haven't read it, but that one's
I
also
know.
like a serial killer romance. This one I don't know if it's a serial killer romance because I
I
don't know
think
if she
this
ends up
is
with a serial killer, but it has a serial killer in
in
it.
it. Yeah.
So
And this
in
is
my
my
head,
first book by her, so I'm like,
well, she wrote Born Darkly, which apparently is like a Harley Quinn Joker type romance
okay.
with like she was his like therapist or something, and then they both go a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and
Got it. Yeah.
but everybody loves that book. It like was it's been popular for a while.
Interesting. Yeah, this is the first book I read by this author, and I was like, I don't really feel like reading anything else, honestly. And
I mean,
she's
that's
written a lot. She's written a lot,
she
actually.
has written a lot.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just, like I said, maybe it was the narrators. The narrators were not for any. There's 3 different narrators, and I didn't like a single one of them.
I think it was just boring. I don't know.
Yeah, it was boring.
Like at the beginning, I even put in the Discord, I was like, I'm low-key loving this because like she was like on the crime scene and she was like, and then
Yeah.
like I feel like that kind of fell off. I mean, she was kind of being detective-y, but it kind of fell off. And then like the
Well,
Shibari part wasn't even that active, and
no, yeah,
it was just a whole bunch of creepy men.
100%. Yeah. And honestly, well, she's on these cases, but she's not a detective. She's just a
I know.
profiler. So she assists with the investigation, but she's not really the detective. But I don't know. Yeah. I feel like I didn't really like any. I mean, I was more gravitated towards her and her story because of what was happening to her in the prologue.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody that she was working with, like that detective, like the
I
love
know.
interest,
And
I
this
can't
is
even
why
think of
you
his
might
name.
like the Mindfuck series because it's very similar in the way that like she had something really traumatic happen to her in the past.
Uh-huh.
And like I don't know, like we kind of know what already happened to her in this one, but in that one
Yeah.
you're figuring it out as you go through the series and you understand like she's killing the people who did her dirt.
Got it. Yeah, and I do want to read the
And it's
Mindfuck
like
series. I
the
still want to read
romance,
that.
like the little romance, I eat it up.
I do want to read that. So I mean this is not going to be my last serial killer romance. I mean, I've read other serial killer
I know, but
romances
this one
before.
I don't know. And it was so
Honestly, it's
short.
like
I'm
the
like,
serial killer romances that I like is when the serial killer is killing bad people. Like this guy was killing like innocent girls and like torturing them for no
because I
freaking
don't know if
reason.
he's gonna be the love interest or not. It's just a romance that has a serial killer in it.
Right.
But I don't know.
I think you should only list your romance. I know say that lightly because this book isn't a romance, as a serial killer romance if the love interest is the serial killer. You know what I mean?
But I don't know if it's marketed that way or not. I have no idea.
Let me see.
Let me see.
I
I
don't know
want to
either.
see the tags on Goodreads.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for too.
I'm looking at it. It just says it doesn't even say romance. Well, it does. It says BDSM, dark romance, erotica, mystery, thriller. But it puts like romance and erotica above mystery and thriller.
I would say it's an erotic. I would say it's a dark erotic, but just because it's not a romance. I would say it's erotic, but definitely mystery, thriller, suspense, BDSM. Yeah, it's not a romance. They need to take these tags off.
I'm gonna look on the website.
Do you mean like
Her
the
website.
author website? Oh, yeah. See what she says. And it's like
there's a book trailer.
well, in the synopsis on Goodreads, it says psychological thriller. It doesn't say anything about. It just says intense, sizzling psychological thriller.
Let me see. Yeah, don't. It does. Maybe this is my bad, but should we watch?
I mean, it wouldn't have come up on your radar if someone didn't say like, "Oh, this is a romance." So they have to get that just because.
Should we watch this?
Sure, if you want to.
Okay. It's 47 seconds. Watch me get copyrighted or something.
This music doesn't match. I immediately hate it.
Oh, what is going on? That's it?
That's it.
Dang.
Well, okay.
See, in that one, it doesn't even say anything about a serial killer. It had like a little crime tape, but that's it.
Right. And the fact that it says like he knows her obsession, he knows her darkest desire. Okay, which he? Because we know there's a serial killer and there's a quote unquote love interest. So
That's
is
what I'm
even
saying.
from the
I don't
trailer,
know.
is it like one and the same person?
I don't know. It's just confusing.
I
But
don't know.
and this book
Yeah.
was. I think this book is one of the shortest book club picks that we've had. So I feel
Yeah.
like there's not that much to talk about, especially because it's the first in a series, but it's like a novella series. So
Right. Right. I
it's a
feel like
little.
we would have more to talk about if we did like a series discussion, but I don't even want to read books 2 and 3 or whatever the fuck.
I know
So.
you was like, I'm about to do. I was like, Nicole, the book is so short.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that's why I'm confused. The audiobook's 17 hours long. I'm on chapter 18. When does it end? And she's like, literally, you're on the last chapter.
Hi, Vina. Hi, Vina. Sorry. I don't really know if we have much else to talk about, to be honest.
That's honestly about it.
But
That's all of the things that I wanted to talk about. I told you about the things that I did like. But yeah, honestly,
I just feel very like indifferent
I,
about it. Like I just have
me
no
too.
thoughts head empty. That's why I'm gonna give it 3 stars because like I don't dislike it. It's really just no thoughts head empty.
Yeah. I kind of want to give it 1 star, but it's because I want to give it 1 star because like I seriously contemplated DNFing it twice, and then when I found out I was the last chapter, I was like coerced into finishing. I was like, I might as well finish it. So I don't know.
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna give it 1 star, honestly.
Give it 1 star then.
There you go.
Do it. Hold on. We posted our polls for the next quarter. They're up.
We did.
I just posted them. Because I was supposed to post them a couple days ago so we could announce the winners here, but like I forgot. Okay.
Did you post them on Twitter too or no?
No, I don't go on that app.
Okay. I mean I can post them if you want to do it on Twitter. I can post them.
That's fine. But I don't go on that app.
Okay.
I go on there like when someone says something for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like someone will be like, oh, I saw something on Twitter. I was like, oh, I should go on Twitter. And then I go on there for like 3 minutes and I forget it exists.
That's fun.
Yes, but we announced it for October. I try to do all paranormal romances because it's October.
Because it's spooky season.
Yes, it's already spooky season to me. I'm seeing only 3 people have voted. Oh no, in one vote in October, 3 people voted, but in November, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people voted.
Okay.
And 3, 4, 5, 6 people voted for December.
Does nobody want to vote for October?
Maybe they didn't like the options.
Listen.
8 people saw all of it. That's just so weird, especially because it's the first poll.
Right. Did you get the paranormal romance I sent you yet?
The one that you sent me a couple months ago? What is it called? Secrets and Truths? That was in my TBR for this month. Or did you send me another one? Because if you sent it to my home, I'm not there right now.
I am not at home.
No. But the only books that I know that I've received, I know I received 2 books, but they're both books from publishers that are like nonfiction. I was like, why did you send this to me?
Yeah.
But if you send me another one, I don't have it yet. But I do have Secrets and Truths, and it's on my TBR for September. I think I forgot to tag you, though. I did talk about you in my TBR, but I think I forgot to tag you. I don't know if you watched it. No, that's fine. I forgot to tag you because I think I edited it and posted it like a while apart, so I forgot. And plus, I was like talking about like 3 different readathons in that video, so I had to tag hella people.
Yep.
Okay, I'm looking at what's winning.
What's winning?
But I just posted it an hour ago, so. But hopefully in this last quarter, we're gonna get back on our grind.
What's winning for October? Black Sunshine. For November, Balance. And for December, Still Beating.
Interesting.
Oh,
Oh, today's the last day, Mina. Today is the last day. I've read. Well, I counted this for. We had a prompt for my dark romance readathon that was serial killer, and I was gonna read one of the books in the My Book series, but then I forgot that I had to read this, so I just put this for that. Even though I don't know if it's a romance with the serial killer, and this is not even really a romance, but there's a serial killer and it's erotic, so I'm gonna just count it.
count it. Do it. It's fine.
But I still have to finish up one book. I'm in the middle of Her So to Take.
Oh, nice.
I'm 50% of the way in.
Love it.
But I think I have to go back a little bit. No, I think I'm good. But I was
Okay.
like falling asleep while having Alexa read it to me. But that's because I was tired. Like it
I'm
was the
calling
rain. It wasn't the book.
It wasn't.
But I remember what happened. It was the part where like the cat cheesecake or whatever ran out, and then he went to go get the cat, and then
Yes.
she was like, she was like, oh my god, you have a wound, and he was like, I'm fine, I'm a demon, and she was like, no, let me clean it for you though, like let me just, and then yeah. I remember that's what happened when I was like half sleeping.
Those forest scenes were creeping me out though.
Yes, I'm interested to see. This is different than I expected though.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't know it was gonna be like in our world.
Right.
That makes sense. I thought he was gonna like snatch her and like take her to like the demon world, and I don't know if he still does that. But so far, that has not occurred. I have not put a cozy mystery on my TBR, but I mean, I want to do a cozy mystery video because I literally have like a couple with me, but I have 2 cozy mysteries that are like paranormal.
Ooh, there
I
you
need
go.
to read those. Let me see.
Yeah.
I brought them with me. Let me get them on my book covers.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not reading this now. It's too late in the year. It's fall time now.
Yeah, that's beachy themed.
I know, but I read one during the summer. You know, it's okay.
Yeah.
So I had this one.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I have this
one. I love brownies and broomsticks.
I have those 2. So I brought these, and then I also have these like 3 more popular ones. Finley Donovan. I really want to read the Thursday Murder Club, and then this one.
Okay.
So I kind of want to do a video, but then by the time that I read it, it'll probably be too late. That's what happened. I literally made a summer romances video, and I finished it, but then I didn't film the last clip until like 2 weeks ago. And then I was like, by the time that I finished editing this, it is literally fall. I was like, I can't even post this. Plus 2 of the books in it, I read 3 books, and 2 of them I didn't even like. So I was like, let me just not.
You're like, this is a way.
Oh no, I read 4 books, I think.
Yeah.
2 of them I liked and 2 of them I didn't. But I kind of want to do this video, but I don't know when I'm going to do it. Because I have another video that I'm doing. I don't know. There's too much.
Too much.
I have like 3 jobs. So like
I have a couple paranormal cozies I could probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I'm reading at all, to be honest.
Girl, same. The only things I'm reading are for book clubs. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, honestly, it's just because when I had COVID, like I have time, surprisingly, even though I have 3 jobs. Well, one of them I'm not working at right now, but still. I have time, surprisingly, but I got behind in work because of COVID. Like, I don't really have like assignments, but I have readings. And if I don't do the readings, I feel like I get confused in the class. And like the readings are like hundreds of pages of textbook. And I take notes on them. So it takes me super long to read it. And so then I'm like, I don't even, like, I have time, but, like, I need to be doing that work.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to catch up. Because that COVID sent me behind.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even read when I had COVID because my awake time when I had COVID was, like, 4 hours. Like, I would wake up after sleeping for 12 hours, make food, sit through one lecture, and then it was time for me to go back to sleep. I was done. I was too tired.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm kind of proud because I read 82 books this year, which I feel like is kind of decent.
It is very good.
82. I'm trying to get to 100 at least.
Got time.
But if I might be able to read more than I've read ever, because the most amount of books that I've ever read is 111 books in a year. So maybe I can read 115. I'm gonna try.
You got time.
Okay, I don't know. Oh, next or for September. It's already this month.
Yes.
We are reading Getting Schooled by Christina C. Jones.
Yes.
And we have not confirmed the live show, but it'll probably be the first Sunday. That's what we normally try to do. That's
Yeah.
gonna happen this month, but that's what we try to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we will announce it on our Instagram and stuff.
Yes,
But
we
it
will.
should be that first Sunday. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I think it's gonna be good. You've already read it,
I've already read it.
but I feel like it's gonna be a banger.
Yes, it's really good. I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, I know that Heather said that she was interested to see my thoughts on it because the characters are older. So she's interested to see how I feel about it as a young individual.
As a young person.
Yeah, but I mean I liked like the Them Boy series and I feel like those are older characters.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
even I read 7 Days in June and it was supposed to be for my what's it called? My summer romances vlog that I didn't post, that I read all the books for. The one video that I read all the books for.
And, and I can't post it. I would
Maybe
still
I'll
post
just,
it.
you know what? I'm gonna just save it, the clips, and then post it next summer.
No, I would still post it. Still post it.
No, it's too late now. I don't even want to edit it. It's been too long.
Honestly, like it's still summer here, so it's still summer in some places
But
in the United States.
7 Days in June, that has older characters too, and I love that book.
7 Days in June.
It's so good. It's what Colleen Hoover wanted It Ends With Us to be, and it wasn't.
Oh, I haven't read It Ends With Us, so
that's what she wanted it to be, and it just didn't. It just didn't hit the same as 7 Days in June.
Got it. Happens. You can
Exactly.
keep it up next. Oh,
I read 2 good books in that video. I read 7 Days in June and My Killer Vacation.
Okay. Yeah.
The smut in My Killer Vacation, low-key went hard. I'm not saying it wasn't that crazy, but I liked it.
Okay.
I thought it was good. House of Hunger? What is that book? Oh, by Alexis Henderson?
That's the second book in the Witching.
Is it a second? I thought it wasn't a sequel.
I thought it was a sequel.
I thought it wasn't a sequel. Because I know that it was supposed to get a sequel, and then the sequel got canceled, I thought. Yeah, I don't think House of Hunger is a sequel.
It's just another standalone, which I'm definitely going to be reading.
Yes. Yeah, it just says it's a enthralling gothic novel from the author of The Year of the Witching.
Got it. Okay, sounds good.
And it's a vampire book, obviously.
Oh, the second book Venus said the second book did.
Yeah.
Why? That's dumb.
There's so many more people here now. I'm like, y'all really came after we talked about the book.
We talked about the book, and I still have to eat, and I'm tired.
Okay.
I mean, I love to sit and talk with y'all all night, but growing a baby's hard.
Yeah.
She was struggling to write the second book. Not like, so her publisher didn't cancel it. She canceled it herself. Then I understand that a little bit more. If her publisher canceled it, I'd be like, listen, why are you keeping us from thriving?
No, literally. Also, I just got these stickers, though. I think you might be interested. Hold on.
Stickers?
But it was on my... I have to find it now. But they were free sticker sets that were like smut, slut, that type of stuff. And you only had to pay for shipping. It was like $4.
Nice.
For a sticker set. So I'm going to try and find the link and I'll put it on my story in case someone wants stickers.
Okay. Yes, absolutely do that. I like stickers.
So yeah, for the people who came in, go vote on our story for our next quarter's book club pick. Our live show for our next book for September this month is Getting Schooled by Christina C. Jones. The live show should be the first Sunday of next month, but we're still deciding on the date. Well, we will get back to you. But the plan for that around that that's the earliest date that it would be. Is that
date, the 2nd of October.
We need to create Nicole's baby book wish list next. Yes.
Yes.
I gave all my childhood books to my niece and nephew, but I'm gonna take them back once they're done.
I'm gonna take them back.
It was a loan. It was a loan because then what happens if I have a child?
That's true. You're gonna need them back.
That's what I'm saying. They don't need them.
That's
but
funny. Yeah, I'm creating our whole registry, and some books are on there. But I should create a separate wish list for the baby. Yeah.
I love it. You need to get them Pinkalicious and Purplicious.
Pinkalicious and Purplicious?
I don't know if you ever heard of those books, but those are my books as a kid. And Where the Wild Things Are, I ate that book. Where the Wild Things Are?
Yeah.
Don't blame me. That little Max with a little crown.
I got
That was
you.
like my favorite
I think
book.
I think I have a copy of Where the Wild Things Are
And
actually.
when you give a pig a pancake,
I have that book. When you give a
where
pig a
you give a pig a
pancake.
pancake.
I have that one, yeah.
I love that one too. There was this one called Library Mouse too that I really liked.
Mhm.
And I don't know, there was this book. It's like old, like I don't remember what the title was, but I remember I used to love it because it was about this little family of like mice. Apparently, I like the mice. I don't know. It was about this family of mice, and they like would use different things to like make their furniture and stuff. And then on like the little things, you could like scratch them and smell them. I mean, they don't really smell anymore because
Yeah.
I've had them for so long, but like for example, like they would have like a little like mint candy that would be like for the tabletop, and you could scratch it and then sniff it, and it smelled like little mints. And
That's
I
cute.
love that book, even though it smelled like nothing. Because that book I had it for too long. I love it. A bright
Oh, love it.
That's so
Cute.
cute. Okay, I think it's time to end this live show. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for joining us. Vina, thank you for chatting in the chat because you have been kind of saving the chat. We will talk to y'all next month or in the Discord. I'm trying to be in the Discord more, but nobody responds when I put anything in there, so then I just get sad. So
That's
if you
what I
want,
did when we were supposed to be doing our book club buddy read, and I was putting stuff in there for the buddy read we were supposed to doing, but no one was responding.
Truth or Dare, or with the
Not
Never King.
the Never King.
I think I was in the Never King too.
I know, but
forgot
when
you
I
read
was
Truth or Dare. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I didn't read Truth or Dare either. But when you had read it before I did, I'm like, oh yeah, let me read this book really quick, and then I started talking about it, but then
Maybe if we just chat back and forth, other people will join in.
yeah, maybe. I'm
Okay,
so
but
bad
if
at
you want to
Discord.
talk in our Discord, I would appreciate it because I get lonely in there.
I'm so bad at Discord.
But thank y'all for joining us. I hope you have a good week because it's Sunday. So have a good week. Don't be stressed. Okay, just let life happen.
No stress.
No stresses. Okay, bye everybody. Have a
Bye.
nice night.